What's good, fellas? This is Trey. Welcome to this presentation. Today, I'm going to talk about how you can apply my system to attract soft, feminine, and beautiful women. All right? And I'm going to call it Ice Trey Game. All right? So, it's very simple. It's very simple. If you want to attract soft, feminine, and beautiful women, you need to become a hard, grounded, and masculine man. Once you become a hard, grounded, and masculine man, and you express this character into the world, you will attract soft, feminine, beautiful, and receptive women. Now, there's 3 qualities that you need to develop in order to attract these kind of women, or at least this is how I was able to do it. First, you need to become grounded in your masculinity. What does that mean? You need to become the kind of man who is assertive and goes for what he wants and just doesn't give a fuck about trying to be cool or trying to be pretty or trying to be this or trying to be that. You just know what you want and you're gonna go and get it. The grounded part is being able to handle the tests and challenges that you will face when you start embracing your masculinity and expressing it. When you start going after what you want, you will be challenged. When you start being alpha and stop being passive and stop, just waiting for shit to happen, you will be challenged because you're putting your energy out there. You're going for what you want. But we got to understand there's other people out there who want things too. So there's going to be competition. Right? So it's not easy being a masculine man. It's not easy being alpha because you will be tested, but that's the whole point. If you want women, if you want success, if you want these great things, it's not going to happen by being passive. It's not going to happen by being beta. Okay? When you're passive and beta, you're going to have to rely on luck. Okay? So if you want to rely on luck, then yeah, you can be passive and beta and hopefully get lucky. But if you want to go and get shit, like go and make shit happen, you have to tap into this masculine energy. Okay? So you need to become grounded in your masculinity. The second part is you need to be able to express yourself authentically. Right? You need to be able to say what you want and do what you want, but you need to calibrate it. Okay? What do I mean by calibrate it? You can't go around violating people or violating the environment. Like, for example, I go out and I do cold approach, right? Meaning I go out and approach women that I don't know, okay? And I do well. But here's the thing. I've heard stories of guys going out and doing cold approach and all type of shit happens to them. They get kicked out of places. Like they get these, these orders that they can't go back to a place. Like if they go back, they'll get, go to jail or some shit like that be happening to dudes. I'm like, what the hell? I've been going out and cold approaching for years and I never ran into no shit like that. Why? Because I don't violate. Okay, I don't violate the environment. I don't violate women. Okay, I approach a woman, I express myself. If she's not interested, I walk away. The instant she shows this interest, I walk away. I'm not one of those guys that's like trying to why this and trying to like make her like me. No, if she doesn't like me, I'm gone, man. I'm on to the next one. I don't have time to bullshit. Okay? So I don't really find myself in too much drama and stuff like that because I'm not looking for that. I'm just putting my masculine energy out there and I know what I want. And if I don't get it, I'll just go and keep trying until I get it. Okay? So authentic expression, the third one is leadership. You got to be able to lead a woman. You got to be able to lead. She's not going to be soft, feminine, and receptive if you're not able to lead. Because she can't trust your lead. Okay? So you need all 3 of these qualities. Now, there's one piece that I must add to those three qualities if you want to make the game easier. Because if you go out and you're grounded in your masculinity, you're authentic in your expression, and you lead, and you go out and do code approach, you will get results. Like if you go out there and you're consistent and you go and talk to women, you will get results, all right? However, if you don't have this other piece, you may find yourself facing lots of rejection. Like, rejection is part of the game, but if you don't handle this other part I'm about to talk about, you're going to face a lot of rejection, okay? And this was, in the beginning, when I just started going out and approaching women, I didn't have this other part handled, so I faced a lot of rejection. But essentially, it's creating yourself or designing yourself into a sexy archetype. What do I mean by that? You have to design yourself into the type of guy who women want to have sex with. Meaning your character needs to actually be attractive. You need to actually look like a guy that women would want. It doesn't mean you have to be pretty. You don't have to be a pretty boy. You don't have to be a rock star. You don't have to be, you find the character that works for you. Right? There are certain men out there that we know women tend to be attracted to sexually. Okay? There's certain types of men. I call these archetypes. You need to find an archetype that you can sort of mold yourself into that will make you attractive to certain women. Okay, so think about the type of women you like. There's a certain type of men, there's certain types of men that they go for. You want to become your own version of those types of men. For example, we all know girls go for like the bad boy. You know, that guy with an edge. That guy that's edgy. You know, that guy that doesn't give a fuck. That guy that's kind of like goes against the norms. He kind of stands out, but in a cool way, not in a weird way. He's different, but he's confident in being different. He's confident in standing out. You know what I mean? That guy. That's the route I went, right? Because I kind of naturally already had that. I was just too. My issue was I was too repressed in my communication and my creativity and my self-expression. You know, I was very inhibited. So I could dress the part, I could make myself look cool, but I didn't carry it right. I wasn't able to carry myself, you know, like a bad boy, or carry myself like, you know, a good guy, like a good dude, but with an edge. You know, carry myself like a sexual being. I wasn't doing that. So it's like if you dress a certain way and you look cool, but you don't act congruent with how you look, it's not gonna work, right? Like, you need to play the character. It's like if you're watching a movie and James Bond is in the movie and he's dressed like James Bond, he has the whole attire and everything, but then he likes walking awkward, or he sounds awkward, or, you know, his body language is, no, there needs to be congruence in the way he looks and the way he speaks and his body language. And so becoming a sexy archetype is actually I would say this is actually a very important thing if you don't want to have a lot of rejection. Okay, because you got to walk up to these women and you got to be attractive in some way, right? Like, because if you're walking up to these women and you're not attractive, you're playing a huge numbers game. Like, you can play that numbers game, but just be ready for a lot of rejection. So if you don't want to experience tons of rejection, figure out, how can I become a sexy archetype, right? And even better, if you can become a sexy archetype and then go to environments where your archetype is going to be admired. So for example, you have some women that like athletes, right? That like basketball players, stuff like that. So if you're an athlete, if you're a basketball player or whatever, you want to go to events like you know, athletic events, basketball events, you know, places where these kinds of women that like athletes will be. So you can just go there and just talk to women. And you will find certain women will be into you just because of the fact that you fit the archetype that they are attracted to. You see what I'm saying? Now, I've created myself into an archetype that most women, women in different niches or different, areas would go for my archetype, because my archetype is basically it's just that guy that doesn't give a fuck, but is socially calibrated and intelligent, and he understands the woman, like he knows how to vibe. Like I've added a lot of elements to my character that I know is attractive to women, right? Like there's a spiritual aspect to my character. I know there's women that are into spirituality. You know what I mean? Then there's the athletic vibe. I got that going on with my physique. But there's also that bad boy element with the piercings and the communication, that, the way I carry myself, right? There's also like an artistic side to myself that, I play the piano and sing. You see what I've done here? I've created myself into a certain type of guy that is going to be attractive to women, right? All I got to do is just communicate, express myself. So just having this understanding, like if I take all these things away that I've designed, like these are things that I've consciously designed. Like my physique, obviously I have to do something to have this physique. The way I dress myself, my style, I have to be, smart enough or aware enough to make myself look this way. My health, I take care of my health, my communication, I worked on my like these are things I've worked on. It's not like I just woke up like this. I worked on these things. And then I have these core qualities that I talked about: grounded masculinity, authentic expression and leadership, plus the sexy archetype, all these things combined. And of course, there's these other things, but I'm just giving you the core qualities. And then I go out and I do cold approach, right? And understand that it's not, when I talk about cold approach, it's literally just going out and talking to women, right? Forget about trying to be perfect. Forget about applying a system. Like for the most part, it's, I use mystery structure, right? Attraction, comfort, seduction. When I walk up to a woman, I want to demonstrate attraction, right? I want to create attraction, right? When I say demonstrate attraction, I mean demonstrate attractive qualities and create attraction. I want to get interest from this woman. Like, okay, this guy's kind of cute, or he's kind of hot, or he's kind of whatever, right? Then from there, I want to make her feel comfortable, right? So I'm going to be relaxed and carefree and detached from the outcome and have a cool conversation with her. Once I see that she's interested, I'll start flirting a little bit. I might start making a couple sexual comments, or maybe I won't even say anything sexual, but my eye contact will get more sexual. I'll start looking at her eyes more. I'll start looking at her lips maybe. I might, give her a high five, hold her hand. I might do this rings routine that I know, where I could hold her hand and talk about, if you wear a ring on your finger, what it means. I might ask her if she wants to go on an instant date, and if she says yes, I'll just grab her hand and start walking. So it's just having an understanding, right? So this is not, I don't want to go too super long in this video. So just work on these things that I said: grounded masculinity, authentic expression, leadership, design yourself, create yourself into a sexy archetype, and then go out and do cold approach. Go out and talk to women. Okay, and as you go out and talk to women, you will get feedback. That some girls will be into you, some will reject you, whatever. Pay attention to the feedback and see how you can improve. See how you can improve. I used to record some of my conversations. I would wear headphones. I'd press the record button on my phone and I record my conversations, to see how I sound. Do I sound nervous? Do I sound confident? Do I sound sexy? How do I sound? How does she sound when she's responding to me? Does she sound like she's enjoying the conversation, or she can't wait to get out of it? You gotta have fun, man. It's a game. You gotta have fun with the process, evolving, getting better, and becoming a beast. All right, so that is what I would call ice tray game. You see, it's very simple, but it's effective. Like if you apply these things, you got these guys who have like these super complex systems that you need to do. You don't need all that, man. You just need to understand. You need to be a masculine, grounded man that's actually attractive. You develop attractive qualities. You got to be able to express yourself authentically. You got to be able to lead a woman. That's what being a masculine man is all about, being able to lead the feminine energy, okay? And then you got to go and talk to women. Not just one woman a year, one woman a month. Talk to women like five, if you could talk to 5 women a day, great. When I was really hitting it, I was talking to like 30 women a day, okay? Because I wanted to handle my dating life. So that's what you got to do. All right, so that is Ice Tray Game. If you want to learn more, if you want to become more confident, if you want to become more of a beast, join the Unbreakable Beast Tribe. All right, I'm going to drop a link to the group in the comment section. In that group, you'll learn how to develop unbreakable self-confidence. You're going to develop the right mindsets to be effective when you're communicating with women and when you're communicating in life in general, right? And I'm going to show you how to break through these limitations. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear. Fear is trying to, fear is controlling you, man. If we could break through these fears, you'd be limitless. And that's what we want to be as men. We want to be limitless. We want to be grounded in our masculinity, and we want to be unstoppable. All right? I'll see you in the group. Peace.